Katherine Guzmán, bienvenida a Generación Latina.
Muchas gracias, Caroline, por tu invitación.
Cuéntanos, tú eres de Perú, pero ¿qué es lo que te trae a este país?
Bueno, yo llego por primera vez a los Estados Unidos en el 2008 como intercambio cultural, visa de estudiante, que se quedan por un corto periodo de tiempo donde los estudiantes extranjeros como yo tienen la oportunidad de experimentar trabajos de part-time durante el season de vacaciones de nuestros países. Entonces eso me dio la primera carta de ver cómo es la cultura aquí, cómo es que la gente vive y practicar también el idioma inglés, que dicho sea de paso ya lo estaba estudiando en Perú, en Lima. Después la segunda oportunidad que tuve para venir fue como visa de fiancé, la K1. Y eso es otra etapa en mi vida porque eso ya implicaba migrar, ¿no? Completamente, ¿no? Desligarme de lo que yo estaba haciendo en Perú para empezar una nueva vida aquí, ¿verdad? Y con lo que todo eso implica. Entonces, eso fue en el 2014, ya van casi 4 o 5 años de eso. Y bueno, me decidí a empezar todo de nuevo, todo de nuevo. Y empecé con diferentes trabajos, ya sea limpiando casas.
Pero tú tenías una carrera allá en Perú, ya, o sea, ¿cómo
sí.
fue ese cambio de tener que empezar, digamos, una carrera de nuevo acá?
Fue bastante fuerte porque no me sentía preparada ni moralmente ni económicamente, no tenía contactos suficientes que me dijeran, hey Katherine, aquí el sistema educativo es de la siguiente manera, aquí hay estas oportunidades, yo no te sabía nada. Hice lo que muchas personas cuando migran hacen, buscar trabajo, sentirse confidentes quizá, confiados y después lo que venga, ¿no? O sea, esa misma idea la tenía yo. De pronto, un día caminando por el área de Germantown, donde está el campus donde actualmente estudio, se me da por visitarlos, sin tener ningún conocimiento de absolutamente nada. No te manejaba muy bien el inglés tampoco, entonces eso fue otra de mis grandes barreras, de decir, esto lo voy a dejar para después. Lo voy a dejar para después. En fin, la cosa que voy y visito el Welcome Center de Germantown, me tocó hablar con una persona bastante extraordinaria, también de Perú, recuerdo muy bien. Entonces ella, al escuchar mi historia, me dice, pero estás en el lugar correcto. Y ella me dio los pasos a seguir. Así que bueno, todavía no tenía la residencia completa y los tuition eran bastante elevados para mí en ese momento. Sin embargo, ella me dio las opciones de que hay planes de pago y con un poquito de esfuerzo y apoyo familiar de mi familia en Perú lo pude lograr. Así que empecé con mi consultoría para estudiantes extranjeros. Di el examen, el AccuPlacer, el ISO. Y bueno, gracias a Dios lo pasé. Y cuando yo me vi ya sentada en la primera aula, yo dije, esto es donde yo tengo que estar. Estoy en el lugar correcto.
¿Qué es lo que más te gustó entonces cuando empezaste en Montgomery College?
Me encantó de que yo no era la única persona en mi situación, en mi posición, de que muchos países latinoamericanos venían a Montgomery College a buscar una oportunidad académica. O sea, no había barreras, todos estábamos igual. Yo me sentía en familia, me sentía acogida, no estaba tan perdida que como yo habían otros más. Entonces, me encantó eso, los recursos que existen dentro de Montgomery College para quienes queremos superarnos profesionalmente, ¿no? Y a la larga, pues, tener una mejor calidad de vida para nosotros y para nuestras familias.
Por supuesto. Ahora, ¿cuál es tu meta académica y profesional en este momento y cómo lo estás logrando? ¿Cómo ha sido eso?
Actualmente estoy en el programa de Paralegal, el asociado, que son 2 años. Ya estoy por terminar, estoy casi corta a terminar la carrera, estoy en el 2º año. Me gradúo el próximo. Esto me ha ayudado a conseguir una oportunidad laboral ya en el área de lo que estoy estudiando. Y yo pues avecino buenas cosas para el futuro en tanto yo me gradúe.
¿Qué es lo que más te gusta entonces del mundo esto de abogados, de paralegal, de las cosas que es otro sistema también legal completamente distinto al de Perú? Entonces, ¿Qué te motivó a seguir esta carrera?
Bueno, definitivamente es mi vocación el ayudar a otras personas proveyéndoles con servicios legales, saber un poquito más de las normas de cada país. Como bien tú dices, Carolina, los sistemas jurídicos son bastante diferentes. Hay una que otra similitud, pero definitivamente son diferentes. Entonces, el adquirir nuevos conocimientos para mí ha sido un gran reto, porque no solamente es entender el sistema normativo, sino también entenderlo con el lenguaje, ¿verdad? Pero actualmente en donde yo trabajo es un non-profit que se encarga de ayudar a personas sin hogar, homeless. Entonces eso me da la oportunidad de llegar a la comunidad latina también.
Claro.
Entonces estoy con la gente, estoy con mi gente, entonces les ayudo proveyéndole de lo que ellos necesitan, ¿no? Y el servicio es gratuito. Algo que tú no ves
todos los días
en los países de donde nosotros venimos, quizá, ¿no?
Dime entonces, para alguien que tal vez se sienta un poco perdido, que está pensando, ¿sabes qué? O sea, la universidad para mí es algo de en el futuro, cuando aprenda inglés, o sea, ¿qué le dirías a una persona que estaba, digamos, que se encuentra en donde tú estabas hace algunos años?
Bueno, definitivamente que este sentimiento lo sentimos todos. Para el estudio no hay edad, es algo que he aprendido de mis propios pensamientos erróneos. En el querer vienen todos los recursos, está el poder, está la fe, y de verdad este país, gracias a Dios, nos brinda aún las oportunidades financieras quizá para aquellos que tenemos la voluntad de querer superarnos profesionalmente. Yo les diría a las personas que, bueno, me oyen o que se puedan identificar conmigo, que Montgomery College es un centro de ayuda para todos nosotros, no importa la raza, el lenguaje o tu estatus económico. Tú puedes encontrar un gran staff de profesores y de las personas también en administrativo que te pueden ayudar, buscar todo lo que tú necesitas de acuerdo a tu perfil.
Estoy 100% de acuerdo, y no quisiera añadir nada más porque lo dijiste perfectamente.
Sí, claro.
Muchísimas gracias, Katherine, por venir, por acompañarnos y contar tu historia. Yo sé que espero que sirva de inspiración a mucha gente que también se siente tal vez un poco perdida, pero van a encontrar su ruta, su rumbo en este país. Así que felicidades y suerte a lo que terminas tu carrera de paralegal.
Muchas gracias, Carolina, y gracias por la invitación.
De nada.
Welcome, Professor. My name is Nicole. I am a Montgomery College student since 1.5 years ago. I have taken several classes here at Germantown campus, and I'm also a member of the Dean's List here at Germantown campus. Before we start, I would like to thank you for being with us, sharing this Venezuelan snack called empanadas. And have you tried them before?
I have had empanadas before,
Yes.
but not like this.
Were they like baked or fried?
They were baked.
Ah, that's the difference, you're right. So now tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm Margaret Latimer. I'm Vice President and Provost at the Germantown campus, but also have responsibilities for the STEM unit college-wide. First of all, congratulations on making a very wise decision to come to Montgomery College and on being on the Dean's List. That is wonderful. And thank you very much for inviting me to share a Venezuelan snack, a treat with you.
Let's try the empanadas.
Okay.
So normally they have or cheese,
All right.
or chicken,
What do
or
you do here?
beef. So let's see which one we're eating right now. I got chicken, you got beef.
I got beef.
So
Very good.
these are perfect for appetizers or snack or breakfast. And you are not gonna only find them in Venezuela, also in Colombia or Peru, or in general, in the whole Latin America. So what is your job in here? What are your responsibilities as a provost?
Okay, on the campus, it's really to oversee, it's to make sure we're humming along, that things are going smoothly. So for instance, yesterday when the storm came through and power went out, the decision was made to close the campus when power stayed out. And so it's things like that. it's overseeing, it's making sure that the staffing is right. We have learning centers, we offer courses. In addition to facilities, there's IT. So they're all the components that are really sort of behind the scenes in terms of what a student sees. Most students come, they take classes, we hope they're going to the library, the learning centers, and that sort of thing. But we assume these days IT isn't anything new. We assume that when we sit down at a computer, it will work. But it really is sort of, it sometimes is being the troubleshooter if there's a problem. And it often isn't that I have to solve the problem, but directing someone to where that problem can be solved.
Has it been hard?
There are challenges sometimes, and resources, and by resources we always mean money. that could be the challenge, making sure that you have the resources. We are sitting in the beautiful, I will always think of it as the new Bioscience Education Center, although it opened 5 years ago. But again, just making sure that new buildings like this are up and running and have everything that they need. And then college-wide, the STEM responsibilities are making sure that we are offering the courses that students need. I always think of it as the right courses for the right students at the right time, making sure that students can progress through their majors. Students come in and declare a major, and students come in at different levels of preparation. Where did you start? What were the first courses you took?
I started with ESOL classes. I took 980 on writing and reading.
Okay, and so you had to get to the point that you could take college level English, and that is very true of many of our students. So at many four-year colleges, after you've declared a major, there is a common starting point. Students sort of move through a curriculum to complete a degree in 4 years. Here, because students might start, whether they need ESOL classes or they might not be college ready in math, we get people to the point that they are ready. We also have students who have taken AP classes and come in and are ready for those sophomore level courses. And so that's one of the interesting challenges and really kind of fun puzzles to work out, is where does someone start and how do we keep everyone progressing through the degree?
That's right, and I will have to say that you have been doing a great job.
Thank you. That's
and then
nice
let me ask you, which one is your favorite event here at Montgomery College?
Graduation, and that is always a fabulous event. It's obviously what we hope for many of our students, and it's always a wonderful event. We are in an area where we get tremendous keynote speakers for graduation, and this year was no exception. There are so many throughout the year. When students, we have a STEM research, student research conference that we now host here, and it's our students. That's a wonderful event, getting to see what students have done here.
And when do you do it?
We do it in May. Actually, this year we backed it up to April. We'll probably go back to May. But it's students across the college from all campuses who have done research under the auspices of a faculty member here, or we have students who do internships at NIH, at NIST, and they present. We bring people in from outside to sort of judge, to listen, to provide feedback, and we give awards. We try to run it like a very professional conference. We have a sit-down meal with speakers. We've had panels.
And where can they find the information to go to this place?
It's actually now on the website, but we also, when we're ready to take applications, the faculty member who sponsors this, who oversees all of this, sends an email blast out to all of the students and the faculty who we know are guiding students in research. So they're really, throughout the year, there are tremendous events. For students here at this campus, we have an Athenaeum lecture series, we have a Spectrum lecture series. One is humanities focused, one is STEM focused. Wonderful speakers. Our student life folks do a fabulous event at the end of each year. I get to learn about what the students do when they do the alternative spring break. They prepare a presentation and invite some of us. And so it's hard to pick just one, because there really are, there's so many really wonderful events. But I think if I had to go with one, it is that graduation event, commencement each May. So that's what we want to know.
We normally have a sauce made with cilantro, with a little bit of red peppers, but this one is very oily, so probably this one has lime. Let's see how this one is.
And do you just sort of pour it in?
Let's do it that way,
Okay.
Yeah, because normally you dip it, but today I think it's gonna be easier if you put it like this. Ooh, I'm shaking.
Okay.
In Venezuela, what we do, the flour, instead of being of wheat, is of corn.
That's what I was going to ask you, because the empanadas I have had a wheat flour and baked. And so I was going to ask you if the corn is more traditional. And
in Venezuela, it is.
Okay.
But in general, I would say wheat.
Other places, well, they're delicious. Thank you. And I love cilantro.
What do you want students to know about you or your office or?
Really, we're here to help.
Okay.
I mean, the whole goal is that students come in and have a good experience. That doesn't mean it's always easy. That doesn't mean there aren't challenges. But we want them to feel that they're supported in what they're trying to do, and that we help them to get from whatever point A is to whatever their point Z is. Some students come to get that degree, but some students come to take a series of courses, maybe get a certificate. We also talk a lot about the credit side when we talk about degrees. We have a fabulous workforce development and continuing education unit where people, they may be starting and getting ready for a career. There are a lot of career changers
Right.
who they have maybe had a long and successful career in one field. One of the things I love about this campus, we have two really cutting edge programs, biotechnology, and we're in the building that houses that, and then cybersecurity. These are new fields. And so there are people transitioning into fields like this who didn't start there. There were no cybersecurity degrees 5 years ago. These are new degrees, but there is a huge demand. So we meet
You're right.
people all along the spectrum of their careers and what they're trying to do. And that's very exciting to have that role of helping people get to where they want to be and really fulfilling needs in the county, in the nation, in terms of who we need in the workforce.
All right. Okay, last but not least.
Okay.
Do you know how to say your title in Spanish?
I do not. And it's, it's vice president and provost.
Okay, so vice president is going to be easy because it sounds similar.
Okay.
So it's vice
Vice
presidente.
presidente.
There we go.
All right.
And then the other one is going to be decana.
Decana.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's not at all like provost. Decana. Okay.
Exactly. So, well, I wanted to thank you for sharing with me and with us today in Generación Latina. And I hope to see you soon again here at the campus.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you for inviting
Thank
me.
you very
Thank you for
much.
the delicious empanada, which I'm
No,
going to
exactly.
finish.
Now let's
yes.
do it.
And I want to wish you the very best as you continue at Montgomery College.
Thank you very much,
Successfully
Professor.
here and when you go on. We always hate to lose students, but that's our goal, that you move on.
You're right. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Well, let's just finish our empanadas.